For 13 years, 13 long years, we have been ringing whichever minister is in charge of the money laundering portfolio. To ask them when lawyers, accountants, and property developers are going to have to comply with the international money laundering regime in Australia. These are laws called AML-CTF, Anti-Money Laundering Counter-Terrorism Financing Laws, Tranche 2, which were meant to have been brought in 17 years ago. They would make property prices a little cheaper for ordinary Australians that can't get into the market, because Australia is a white-collar criminal paradise, a paradise for money launderers. Every year we get the same response when we put our call in. Year after year, we are in a process of engagement with stakeholders. Who are these mysterious stakeholders? Lawyers, accountants, and property people, of course, those who want to keep on laundering money. Well, it's finally happening, or is it? We just don't believe it. This week, the headlines: they are going to stop lawyers, accountants, and property people laundering money. Housing will become more affordable. Yes, after 17 years, the AML laws that they said that they'd introduced in 2007 are finally being enacted. How good is that? Look, the AFR. Labor steps up fight to stop dirty money from buying homes. And what about this one from the ABC? New laws to stem drug dealers, corrupt officials and dirty money from heating up Australia's real estate market. The only thing is that they didn't read the press release from Attorney General Mark Dreyfus closely enough. Because what has actually happened is that the AG has released, yes, a consultation paper, another one. And he's invited submissions from interested stakeholders, the same stakeholders they've been talking with for 17 years. Yes, after another 2 years in government, another government has announced another consultation process with interested stakeholders. Even better, this crew has just allocated $166.4 million to the budget to AUSTRAC to assist stakeholders with complying with laws which haven't been introduced yet. Money for nothing. Checks for free. Dreyfus has blamed the previous government for dithering, but the fact is it's not just Abbott, Turnbull, Morrison, but it's also Howard, Rudd, Gillard, Rudd. 8 PMs, now 9. The Law Council says it all in their little press release. To quote, "We commend the government for continuing to consult on potential reforms to simplify and modernise the AML-CTF regime, and we look forward to contributing further to that process," Law Council of Australia President-elect Ms. Juliana Warner said. And even better, the Law Council went on to say, the Law Council is heartened to see that its advocacy for a risk-based response has resulted in some important clarifications by the Attorney General's Department in the consultation paper. These include some exemptions that are sensible and proportionate, and the Law Council welcomes these clarifications. So if they do introduce these laws finally after 17 years or more, they are likely to have loopholes for the primary money laundering offenders in them. So when it comes to AML, Australia literally, according to the Financial Action Task Force in Geneva, is up there or down there with Haiti, Madagascar, Iran, North Korea, China, and the US. Everybody else pretty much is compliant. The Chinese billions in black money will continue to surge into Australia's real estate markets in the meantime, along with drug dealers' money, of course, driving property prices higher. All this, 9 governments, 17 years. It's all because they haven't been able to stand up to lobbyists. Surely we need to do an Australian Lobbyists Award, because these guys are unbeatable, warding off reforms which benefit ordinary Australians and clean Australia up and bring it into the international community on money laundering. 17 years they managed to have consultation papers and stakeholder engagements. So besides negative gearing, CGT relief, and the Airbnb rort, here is another one, making housing less affordable during a housing crisis. Thank you for your support. Please like, share, comment in the space below and throw us a few bucks so year after year we can continue to go into successive ministers and ask, how are your AML reforms going?